The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather round the pit with your hosts, Johnnie Mags and Messy Mike. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Bobby and Jack's Memphis Barbecue Sound Stage inside the Studio 21 Podcast Café in Salem, New Hampshire. It's the Pit Life BBQ podcast where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that we would normally talk around the pit. As always, I'm joined by Messy Mike.
What's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Nothing much. Just hanging in.
Yeah?
Yeah, a little cold. I'm getting sick of this weather. It's freezing. I gotta go move to Florida.
It's only December.
I know.
You do know you have January, February, March,
most
April,
of March.
May.
Yep.
You know.
It gets a little nicer.
The snow's usually gone by July, so you'll be all right.
Yeah, recently.
So I think we're going to pick up right where we left off last week. We had a couple comments,
Couple comments for more side dishes.
Billy Bavin, Billy Brogna, and Jeremy Lucino of baked beans, coleslaw, and Mexican street corn.
Yes. Have you ever had Mexican street corn?
I have not, and I'm very intrigued by just the sound of it.
Yeah, I mean it's a Tex-Mex type of side, and it's also it's popular at carnivals.
Yeah.
So the vendor will take a stick, put corn on the cob on the stick, and have like a sauce. I think it's mayonnaise, sour cream, lime juice, and then they'll throw some spices in there, whether it's chili powder, cayenne, for some heat, and then salt and pepper. Dunk it in that, cook it, grill it like probably I'd say I have no idea.
Very nice. No,
but they cook it, and then once it's done, they'll dunk it in either queso fresco, or some people do grated Parmesan.
Yeah.
And then after that, they'll get even crazier and do the hot Cheetos.
Oh, there you go, Ed.
I love that.
Which is nice. I like to do Mexican street corn off the cob.
Yeah.
So only a couple minutes to cook. But it's, your same ingredients, your mayonnaise, your sour cream, your lime juice, and then, your spices. Couple minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, keep tossing, couple minutes, and then just great Parmesan cheese, right before you're serving it. Or, if you want to do queso fresco. Some people even do, there's a Mexican, well, it's not Mexican, but it's a cheese.
Well, I think the Mexican cheese is cotija.
Yes.
And some people will just use feta if they can't find that. It has the same consistency, but the feta, I think, is a little bit saltier than the Mexican cheese. I think the
cotija is, I think it has a better taste than feta. Feta's a little too much for me.
Feta's got a sharp taste to it, and I think the Mexican is a little bit creamier tasting to me. So I think it goes better with the corn.
Definitely. Yep.
Now, what was that seasoning you called? There was the peppery one, the one with some spice. Begins with a C.
Chili powder?
No. It's got a Y in there.
Cayenne?
Yeah, what the hell is cayenne?
What?
It's red pepper.
It's red pepper.
Cayenne pepper.
Cayenne.
Thank
Sorry.
You. Thank you. You're gonna throw us all.
Sorry,
off
there wasn't a line over the cayenne.
Gonna get all fancy on us here.
Sorry, it's cayenne.
Cayenne.
Sorry, it's hot pepper. Little red pepper. Jesus, huh? You're all over me.
Tough crowd, baby.
Yeah,
Tough
I guess so.
Tough crowd.
But I honestly like cream style corn probably the best. It's simple to make. It little chicken stock, half and half. Salt, pepper. If you want to throw some barbecue spice in there also, and just
kick it up a little bit
and just let it
up.
just let it simmer. And It's delicious.
And if you have extra, you can add it to your cornbread.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And then you get nice little kernels of corn in there,
Yep.
creaminess.
And creaminess, yes. Yep. I think that, if you're going to make cornbread, I don't care if you use it out of a can or, make it yourself, but you have to have the cream corn in your cornbread.
It makes a big difference. Yes. And I like some jalapeno in
Definitely.
there.
Yep.
Nice.
I even when I make my mac and cheese, sometimes I like using the jalapeno Velveeta.
Oh, nice.
Gives it a nice little kick. Yes, they make jalapeno Velveeta.
This is a revelation.
I was in the store yesterday, not yesterday, a couple days ago.
Yeah, you were.
You know those French's, the fried onions you put on top of green bean casserole? Well, right next to those they were called pickle chips, and they were fried pickles to put on your sandwich.
No way.
What?
Yep. Fried pickles just like the fried onions, and they're called sandwich toppers.
So crisp throughout the whole thing.
They're kind of dehydrated, maybe.
Yep.
Did you buy them?
It wasn't on the list.
Neither was half the shit you bought.
I wanted to go so far from the list, but
Folks, let me tell you about this list.
2.5 hours in the
I was
supermarket.
lucky enough to be on the phone with Messy Mike as he was doing his shopping. And pretty much, okay, we need mayonnaise. Ooh, such and such. Katie's going to kill me. Such and such. Oh, I need this, I need corn, I need mustard. Ooh, Katie's going to kill me. I've heard about 10 or 12, Katie's going to kill me.
I like going up and down every single aisle just to check out what they have.
Yeah, and this is why she won't let me go grocery shopping, because I do the same damn thing.
Might as well, make a day of it.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than beg for permission.
Or you just put everything away before she gets home, and then she just doesn't realize it until she's actually going to look for something. She's like, where'd this come from?
No. Yeah, that don't work that way in my house.
My weakness at Market Basket is if the baguettes are hot, then you have a snack while you're shopping.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You just hand them.
I always thought that was
Hand 'em the
illegal.
bag.
No, you hand them the empty bag.
Hand them the
to
bag so they
scan.
scan it. They're happy with it.
They've seen it before.
Yeah.
No, I love when the bread is nice and hot.
Oh, yeah.
And you grab it, and it's like, oof.
Yep.
Beautiful. Just came out of the oven.
They make a respectable baguette over at the Market Basket.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
Oh, yeah. Every time I've been to Hannaford's, you can't find a hot piece of bread anywhere, no matter what time you go.
No.
So Market Basket's doing it right with the hot bread.
I'll tell you one thing. Shaw's, they're
Now there's a supermarket, Joe.
anything you talk around the pit, folks.
Exactly.
We're all over the map. But they have tortilla chips, fresh made in store, and they have a seasoning on it that is out of this world. My friend Dave Pelletier, he turned us on to them. Hi, Dave. I see you there. Yeah, they're out of this world. They're incredible.
So here's what you need to do. Next time you make a prime rib and you have leftovers, slice that up nice and thin, get the Market Basket baguette, and then I get the Boursin herb cheese and spread that across the baguette, drop that prime rib on it. Oh, it's a party.
This guy with his recipes.
When's my next day off?
I know. I
on
got to
a
start
Wednesday?
writing stuff down every time he talks.
When's my next day off
Oh,
on
my
a
goodness.
Wednesday?
That sounds amazing.
It's fantastic. And you don't want to add more ingredients, It's simple,
Keep it
but
simple.
it's all good stuff,
Ooh, delicious.
Nice.
Delicious.
Maybe you could smoke up a prime rib, and then we'll have to have a snack.
We could
Would you see that video I posted this
do
week?
that. I did.
From Malcolm's Reed?
Yep.
Oh, my God. That was fantastic.
I'm a prime rib junkie anyway.
Oh, I love prime rib.
If I can get a prime rib that basically, cut the cow and just give it to me. I want it as rare as you can get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if it melts in your mouth, oh, I'm in heaven.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing like a good prime rib.
That was like the old cigar dinners back in the day, going down to Morton's or the Palm. Or
When you could smoke.
When you could smoke in there. We do order 32-ounce prime ribs for 50 guys. You have to make the call in like two or 3 days in advance so they had enough on hand. If one of the guys wanted to then cut, they'd have that. But, sitting there smoking a cigar, 32-ounce prime rib standing in front of you, just hunk of cattle. Oh, it was beautiful.
Nice.
The good old days.
Yep.
Before everyone started getting sensitive. So
let's
talk some baked beans.
Baked beans. I mean, I know I'm guilty of it sometimes, but you buy a baked bean out of a can, whether it's B&M, Bush's, what is it, Old Home Style baked beans. Take them out of a can, doll them up with a little brown sugar, little salt, barbecue sauce, mustard, and then throw it on your smoker.
Add some peppers and stuff.
You can throw some peppers, onions, celery if you want to, but doll it up. Throw whatever you want on it: celery seeds, salt, hot pepper, whatever. Throw it on your smoker and just let it sit.
And throw some jalapenos in there.
If you leave the celery and onion with a little texture to it, then you got some texture to the baked beans.
And even if they are in there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours,
it still has
the texture. Correct.
To it.
Yep.
And I do the same thing. If you're in, usually I'll make barbecue sauce, so just add that right to the baked beans, and it's delicious.
Oh yeah. I think you need the mustard though. I don't know why, but mustard on some stuff just adds that depth of flavor, which you wouldn't think it would, but it just adds like the I think the tanginess a little bit.
Well, with the baked beans, is normally baked beans is very sweet to begin with.
Yes, but some of them are hard. Like when you get homemade baked beans, they're hard. You get the crunch to the bean.
Yeah, and that's what you're missing from the can. There's not enough texture to them.
Correct, and that's why with the the onions and the celery and the pepper.
So if you add the mustard, you add that vinegar aspect to it.
Or you can, go the other route and just use a mustard powder, and it'll give you the same sort of flavor, but won't really change the consistency.
Yeah, or you can get crazy. What's the mustard powder in that yellow can?
I know exactly what you mean.
Coleman's, yes. If you get some of that Coleman's mustard powder and you mix it with vinegar and you just cook it on the stove.
Yeah, you can make your own mustard, and it's delicious.
That stuff is hot.
Yeah.
Hot. Like, I'm talking Chinese restaurant hot. It's insane. And then you can take that and pour it in your baked beans, to give that, the little heat.
Jeremy's in the house.
Okay.
Baked beans on the smoker and throw the hot dogs in the beans and leave them in your smoker and let the dogs cook with the beans. Franks and beans, baby.
Oh, every Friday night back in the day.
Oh, absolutely. We lived off of that.
With brown bread.
With brown bread. Yeah. But as a kid, that's what my mother would call it hot dog and bean casserole. And I'm dying to try it on. I haven't tried it on the smoker yet. But you do that, the beans and the hot dogs.
Yeah.
Cut up the hot dogs and get crushed pineapple.
What?
Trust me. Trust me.
This is going to be like another Hawaiian pizza.
That's what it was Hawaiian baked
bean and hot dog.
What the hell was it called? Hawaiian bean casserole? Hawaiian bean casserole is what you call it, but it was hot dogs and beans and crushed pineapple.
Yep.
You just squeeze the hell out of it, get as much of the moisture out, and just mix it right in.
Yep.
Don't. You'll love it.
All right, you'll have to make it for me.
It's good.
It sounds weird.
It's half the stuff that sounds weird is fantastic.
That's true.
Now,
That's
for
true.
hot dogs, you have to go natural casing. Beef and pork. I don't like the all beef.
Have you ever had a smoked hot dog?
No.
Phenomenal. It's still got the snap to them.
Yeah.
But just that subtle bit of smoke getting into the hot dog, it changes the flavor big time. They're awesome.
Yeah, back in the old days, I don't know if you remember Essam hot dogs. They were local. I think they made them down in Lawrence. Their motto was "Yes'm, it's Essam."
Okay.
Now,
yeah.
Well, actually, the Market Basket brand is almost the same, the beef and pork with the natural casing, because you get the good snap out of that casing.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever had red hot dogs? Those are awesome.
Red Hots.
Yeah. Like in New Hampshire?
I think they're big in Rhode Island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rhode Island has them.
We're big in Guam.
Yeah. We have a follower from Guam.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are happening.
We're world travelers.
You guys are worldwide.
Yeah. Guam in the house now.
Yep.
What the hell else was I going to say? I'm a Nathan's man myself. I love the
like
Nathan's,
Nathan's.
hot dogs.
I like Nathan's.
I've never been a fan of the natural casings. I don't
Really?
know why.
Oh,
Never, I don't know.
you need this. Like that's why every golf course. I want to do a golf course show, and just have what golf courses have the best hot dogs.
Dude, back in the day, who was it? Ed, maybe you remember. Was it Eddie Andelman?
Oh, yeah.
Had the hot dog safari.
You are right.
The Boston radio personality.
Yes.
For years. Had the hot dog safari all over Boston.
Yeah, at Suffolk Downs.
Yeah, he was basically a pub crawl for hot dogs. It was a fat guy's dream.
Yeah. I just spilled ice in my mouth.
Ice.
Other than the U.S., do you guys know where you are the biggest in terms of listeners?
I think Russia. No, I have no idea.
I think listeners-wise, it's Australia.
You are correct, sir.
With Oli. And, he's spreading the word down under there. Thank you, Oli, again. I will be sending you the new stickers came in, Oli. You're on the list.
And speaking of Oli, the KCBS, because he's a KCBS judge.
Yeah.
KCBS is having a world barbecue competition.
Would you stop?
Sorry.
We discussed this today. That's our new segment of the week. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We have what's new in the barbecue news for the week. Mike, take it away.
Oh, and if you're
Changes it up. Jesus
No,
Christ.
I'm not changing it up.
Screw up a
I'm
free
not
lunch.
changing it up. But you just mentioned barbecue news. If you're a barbecue fan, if you're a barbecue enthusiast, a barbecue professional, whatever, you have to subscribe and get the National Barbecue News. You'll get it once a month. It's a magazine, news magazine, but it has everything from competitions, what's happening in barbecue with kids competitions, the pro circuit, amateurs, the next convention, where it is, which is in Kansas City, and it's got recipes and hookups. Basically everything you can possibly want to know about barbecue. The National News has it.
I didn't think you could sign up for that. I thought you had to be a member like you are.
It's
part of your membership.
It's part of your membership for
your subscription.
Yes, but you can also just get a subscription as well.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, but it's phenomenal read. Comes once a month, and you'll learn more reading that than you will.
So what's new in the barbecue news?
So KCBS has a World Championship barbecue competition in Arizona this year. I believe it's coming up February. Don't quote me, but I think it's 8th and 9th.
So is that going to be on the level of like Memphis and May, the Big Pig Jig?
I would say so.
The Jack
American
Daniels, American Royal.
Yeah, I'd say so because if it's KCBS, which is
Is the Big Pig Jig KCBS, or is that just
might be both.
both?
Might be. I'm not sure.
But definitely the Jack, Memphis and May, the American Royal. Those are
the big guys.
the big ones for KCBS.
And that's when you do, when you're doing like your smaller competitions, you'll usually win. Depending on what the competition is, you'll usually win an entry to, the World Foods or one of them. Yep. But
Nice.
So continue with baked beans. If you don't want to use them out of the can, then
how do you get started on that one? I've been a can man my whole life.
you get yourself a bean pot, or you can use a slow cooker too. It doesn't matter. Or you can use the Instant Pot if you know how to work it. Won't blow yourself up.
So a bean pot, like a Dutch oven, cast iron.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think traditionally they were like a brown kind of.
like brown and whitish or creamish
right
in the
around
middle.
The edges.
Yep.
Because around here in the Northeast, the bean pot's a hockey trophy for college.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I was watching a show the other day, and very easy. The guy sautéed some onions and garlic, and a little bacon and pork fat, and he sautéed it. Put beans on the bottom, then he put the onion and that mixture, then he put more beans, then he put onion mixture, then he put more beans, then onion mixture until he reached the top. And then he dumped in, I think it was like ketchup, molasses, salt, a little vinegar, like Worcestershire sauce, mustard powder, and then made that mixture, dumped it in, brought it to a boil, dumped it in, and just let it sit in an oven overnight. Came in the next morning, and they were done, and everything was just broken down, and just they looked good. I didn't taste them, but they looked fantastic.
In the olden days, I think traditionally they used salt pork, but there's nothing wrong with bacon or pork belly to get the flavor and the fat.
Nope. And I think he was using a red bean. He started out with.
What is it? Normal navy beans, I think.
Navy beans.
I think, yeah.
See, I'm a black bean type of guy. I love black beans. I should try a baked bean with black beans. See if it would work. You think it would work?
Why wouldn't it?
I don't know. We'll see.
Give it a shot. What the hell?
Yeah.
You might be onto something.
Yeah.
So speaking of onto something, how about some coleslaw here?
Yeah, we're going through everything, huh?
Yeah, we're going to go right down the list today, boy.
Barbecue salad is like what I like to call coleslaw.
And why is that?
Usually when you're doing an order for a catering party, people, if they're salad people, they'll always want a coleslaw. If they're not salad people, they don't want a coleslaw. And some people just don't want any greens, anything touching their table. And some people need it because of obviously the pulled pork, pairs well with, or they just want a healthier option for some people.
Well, as a large person, let me tell you what a salad is. Salad is a promissory note that the real food is coming.
Yes. Yeah. Which that's a fantastic. I like that.
I can't claim it as my own. I got that from my dear friend Tommy Grella.
Or it's just the traditional. That's not food. That's what food eats.
That's what my food eats.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, coleslaw. You can get green cabbage, red cabbage, and carrots. And shred the green cabbage, shred the red cabbage, and shred the carrots. I just did a coleslaw today. 3 green cabbages to a half of a red one, and then I just got the shredded carrots already and just threw some in. My coleslaw, I don't like to use mayonnaise.
You have a vinegar base, and it's outstanding.
I have a vinegar-based coleslaw only because, one, it's a family recipe on my wife's side. It's her grandmother's recipe. And
with you with catering, it's probably more sanitary.
Yeah, because it sits out.
At a pig roast if you're doing whole hogs for people, yeah.
And what I didn't really know, which I found out from a cookbook that I recently just looked at, coleslaw is, I kind of knew this, but coleslaw is German. And that's where it all started. So what the Germans would do is they just sugar and vinegar.
Yep.
But, I make it with canola oil, white vinegar, mustard powder, celery seed, sugar, and that's it.
And it is fantastic. I absolutely loved it the first time I had it.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, it is.
It's refreshing.
That vinegar has the bite that cleans your palate off a little bit.
Yep.
Really, very nice.
Yeah, because I bring everything to a boil, and then once it gets to a boil, I dump it over the coleslaw, mix it around, then I'll throw it in the fridge. And it's called everlasting coleslaw because as it sits, it just gets better. But everybody makes coleslaw, but a lot of people use the mayonnaise.
Yeah, mayonnaise based.
Some people use honey mustard dressing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which
I've never had that.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, there's some places that use honey mustard dressing.
That could be,
and it's fantastic. But like the traditional is your mayonnaise, your vinegar, your sugar, salt, pepper.
Sometimes to shake it up on the acid side, I add just a little lemon juice. It kind of brightens the flavor.
Yeah.
Not enough so you think, this is lemony, but, it does brighten it up.
Huh. Now, would the lemon also keep the color?
Yeah, it should.
Okay.
It's going to function, as an acid the same way a vinegar would. Mm-hmm. So you can certainly use both, and the lemon brings just a little bit of freshness.
That's nice. I might try that with the lemon.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a nice little kick.
So, what are you thinking next week? We got the week before Christmas.
Yep. Well, all right. So we're getting each other gifts.
I got yours,
and you're in
Jack.
this too.
Really?
You're in this too. Yes. And so that's not next week's show, but the next week, right? Or is that next week's show? That's next week's show.
The week after is the day after Christmas, Jack.
All right. So that's next week's show. So next week we're going to be doing gifts and.
Talking last-minute gifts for the barbecue enthusiast. Maybe a little holiday roast talk, possibly.
And
prime rib.
Yeah, and the National BBQNews.com has a great 2018 barbecue gift selection. So if you are looking for something and you don't know what to get, or you just want something for yourself, go to nationalbarbecuenews.com and check them out. And there's a ton of gift selections, from gift basket, rubs, grill grates, grills.
I like to get stuff, wrap it up, slide it there under everything that you don't really know it's there, and then you grab it and unwrap
you surprise yourself.
Oh, honey, how did you know?
Well, it's almost getting to that point, because, I mean, my wife's buying me stuff on Amazon for Christmas, but I'm getting emails.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, babe, thanks. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I said to my wife this year, last year we just sent each other links. Here, buy me this, buy me. I said, can't we just buy it just go buy it myself, right? Instead of sending the link.
I got a ton of links the other night.
You know what was funny about getting into the barbecue world? Out of all the years, your mother always yelled at your behavior. You're getting cold for Christmas. Well, once you stop barbecuing, that ain't a bad goddamn gift.
Oh, yeah. Have you heard, I don't know if we have time, but have you heard about the char logs?
I saw something little, I think B&B had come out with them.
Yep.
Joey Machado.
Yep.
And I heard very little about them, but they look pretty cool.
Yeah, they make, like, Old Hickory actually makes some too, I believe. But they're built for your smoker to get better smoke out of it, better fuel consistency, or temp. And I guess they've been working fantastic. I haven't really used them yet. I want to try and use some, just to see how it works.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing real good things about them. So, yeah.
Nice.
But that's another new. What's up, barbecue?
Well, you know what that means.
I do. I do. We need to go longer. We should start doing like a half an hour.
Easy. How about you do your little read there real quick?
Sorry. What's up, guys? Want to hear this episode again? Or any of our old episodes? Want to share them with a friend or who might be interested? That's simply send them to the UnitedPodcastNetwork.tv. That's UnitedPodcastNetwork.tv. You can find this podcast and the vodcast, that's video on demand, in case they want to watch it too. Find this episode and all previous episodes on UnitedPodcastNetwork.tv, and please subscribe and share.
Nice.
Boom.
Once again, we'd like to thank Bobby and Jack's Memphis Barbecue for helping us bring this to you every week. They're located at 1777 Main Street in Tewksbury, Massachusetts, right on Route 38. Keep getting better every week. Everything's going well.
Yeah.
They're actually going to be on an episode of Wicked Bites, which is a local show on our sports channel in New England, Nesson. Mm-hmm. So you could probably find that on. I'm assuming they probably have it on YouTube also. At some point, probably.
Yeah.
So you can check them out. They did an episode last week or the week before.
Yeah.
So that should be coming out in the next couple weeks. But once again, thank you to Bobby and Jack's Memphis Barbecue for bringing this to you every week. That's it for this week. Thanks you all for joining us. We'd love to hear from you. Send your questions and comments to Pit Life BBQ Podcast at gmail.com. On social media, you can find us on YouTube and Facebook at Pit Life BBQ and Pit Life BBQ Podcast. Can't catch us live? Find us on iTunes and other podcast carriers.
I have to go to YouTube because my niece is telling us she feels bad because we don't have many viewers on YouTube.
Well, we started on YouTube, then you got the Facebook Live. So all our YouTube viewers went to Facebook Live. And once you're there, hit on the podcast. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe, like, rate, and review. And most importantly, share it with your friends. Let's keep on growing. This is going well.
Keep on growing. Let the smoke rolling.
That's it. So until next week, guys, keep the smoke rolling.
Have a good week.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.